Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Dependent Fanatic channel. Hello, I am the Dependent Fanatic, and it's all about who is the next coach for Michigan. All right, I already did a video on whether Harbaugh should stay or leave. In his mind, what I think he is thinking, and I thought every hardcore fan just thought, he's gonna stay, regardless of if he wins or not. That's what I thought. But today, in the Voice of College Football Michigan channel, host John D'Animo challenged me. Thank you, John. I really appreciate you and what you do over there. You're amazing. And, he made a lot of good points, which sparked this video. He is my muse here for this one. I think he thinks if Michigan football wins the national championship, then Harbaugh will go along with J.J. McCarthy, and I respect his thoughts. I do. I think that is very possible. So here is a video on possible candidates if he does leave as head coach. John got me thinking here, all right? And that happens sometimes. I do think a little bit. First thing that we need to know is Ward Manuel safe if Harbaugh leaves? With Harbaugh gone, the leadership goes all the way back up to the top, which is the president of the university, which is Santa Ono. Does he allow Ward Manuel to hire a guy and continue on at Michigan, or does he want his own athletic director that in turn will hire a new head football coach? These are things that are questions that I started thinking about what John said, and man, a lot of things have to come to fruition for a lot. There's so many different scenarios, is what I'm trying to say. If Ono retains Manuel, then I believe the next head coach would be the first-year offensive coordinator and offensive line coach Sherrone Moore. He's stepped in an interim role, just like John said. Beat Ohio State, beat other teams, beat Penn State. I think every coach on this team is really, really good. But yes, Sherrone Moore would be the guy. He's the one that's been here for 6 of Harbaugh's 9 seasons. If he retains Manuel, then, like I said, would it be Sherrone Moore? He knows the system, and he knows that it wins. But also, he has a mind of his own. Will he add to the trajectory of Michigan football and recruiting? I think so. Will he add to Michigan's recruiting prowess? I think so. If that scenario happens, I will be ecstatic because I love Sherrone Moore. He has the best offensive lines year in and year out. He knows that matters. And if he's the head coach, he will ensure that Michigan continues to have great offensive lines. But the question is, what is his philosophy going forward? Is it Harbaugh ball? Ground and pound, beat the shit out of people and play great defense? Or is he going to be more electric in the offense? That is a question, and that would be fine. I'd be fine with it. I'd love to see that through if that was the case. If Santa Ono, wants his own athletic director, who would it be? David Hernandez, who is a long-time loyal subscriber of mine, always has been saying Joe Castiglione from Oklahoma. That's who he wants, and I would be okay with that. I wouldn't mind that at all. So then if the new AD, say it's Joe Castiglione, he has his choice of head coaches. What would it be? If I was Michigan, I would look for more NFL castaways like Jim Harbaugh. First and foremost, that's what it would be. And Sean Payton comes to mind. He's struggling at Denver. He has said that he wouldn't, he loves a Michigan. He is a Michigan fan. So without Breeze, he's struggling at Denver without Breeze. Of course, Breeze was amazing when he was at New Orleans. He won a Super Bowl with him, something that Harbaugh could not do. So I would go after that guy first and foremost. You know why John Harbaugh is still at Baltimore. Great surrounding cast. Harbaugh was ousted from the NFL because his cast, uh, he didn't have the supporters there. He had a cast of bandits that just wanted him out. And I'm just saying, if he was to go back, that's what he would have to deal with there. John Harbaugh has been able to stay there even years after his Super Bowl win because he has a supporting cast and they keep on doing what they're supposed to do. After NFL castaways comes good college football head coaches, and the good head coaches are already hired by bad teams. So can Michigan go out and poach them guys even though they just signed? I don't know. We have a lot of money. Maybe it is possible that we could do that. But can Michigan lure a DeBoer from Washington or a Steve Sarkisian from Texas? No, no. So the best option in this scenario probably is Sherrone Moore again at Michigan. Listen, John, you were right. He's probably the guy if Harbaugh leaves, and I would be okay with that. I just, the cupboards won't be bare here at Michigan. So can he win? Can he take over and it's seamless in transition, unlike John Beeline to Juwan Howard was, he won first year and then slipped every other year. We don't want that. We don't need that, So, but Sherrone Moore has been in the system long enough. He knows what wins. Like I said, I think he will put his own spin on things, and that would be awesome. Other options from the college football land: Jimbo Fisher, Dino Babers. Come on, that's not going to happen. So that's the problem for whoever the head coach is next year for Michigan. They are going to have to fill the shoes of Jim Harbaugh, who has made 3 consecutive playoffs. And if Harbaugh is the reason, if Harbaugh winning the national championship is the reason he is gone, then the new guy will have to deal with that too. Well, we just won that. So what are you going to do? Man, you better keep everything in place if you're the next guy and keep everything intact at least until they are phased out and you can get your own system ready to go. That's something Rich Rod failed to do. We went from Lloyd Carr, who had it kind of rolling, he's too conservative, and we lost some games there towards the end of his career that we shouldn't have. And Rich Rod wanted to come in and change the whole thing up, and he was just a little bit before his time. So Michigan football is a reload program now. I've had a video on all the players that will be coming back to next season, so I will put that up in the cards as well, just like I will put up the Should I Stay or Should I Go Now video for Jim Harbaugh on the cards for you. Man, what do you guys think? What's going to happen? I know we have to wait and see for the game, what Harbaugh will do, and then that is going to set off it's going to trigger a lot of different scenarios going all the way down from J.J. McCarthy to the rest of the team to the assistant coaches to Ben Herbert, all those guys. Or is he going to stay and we'll be just fine, roll along? Harbaugh has it. Stay here, be content. That's what I hope he does. The NFL is awesome, but if you can win multiple titles at Alabama, look at Nick Saban. He's a legend. You could be that guy. Just saying. So he's built this thing up. I hope he stays, but them are the options I think that we have if he leaves, and they're pretty limited, aren't they? Unless Michigan shows their might and gives another person other than Harbaugh a $12.5 million a year contract, which Michigan just offered Harbaugh. 10 years, $125 million. So that's just my thoughts. Thank you, John, for always being great over at the Michigan channel. Mark, everyone over there, and have a great night. Don't forget to subscribe, share with other people, like the video if you haven't already, and have a great night. And I hope you all had a Merry Christmas, and I hope we're all going to have an even happier new year. Thank you. Go Blue.